Hey, it's Chessie from Squeegee Ink. Welcome to Printer's Corner, and this particular episode has been completely overrun by one thing, and that is 3D vinyl. All the questions relate to the same thing because we had a video that went really well, and it was all about printing this particular hoodie design with this application. The whole video is about this, so there's not even a point of skipping along the video because all the questions relate to the same thing. I've got 5 questions to go through. I'm going to jump into the first one, and that is from Edge Light Photography, and they said, is that Brick 600? No, it's not Brick 600. It's a 3D vinyl, which probably looks to you that it might be quite similar, but this is from Target Transfers, and it's their high build 3D vinyl. And it's been specially made to adhere like hell onto fabrics and things and applied by heat onto these garments. So no, it's not Brick 600. The second question is from Black Market Productions, and they said, hello, just want to ask what kind of ink you used, thanks. I can 100% see why you think that's a high build ink, for example, because you can, and I actually did with this exact same logo, produce this design in high build ink. However, it took me a whole morning. It took me a lot of money to produce a screen that can deposit ink in a thick deposit, and it took lots and lots of rotations around the press. So I went and tried it with the 3D vinyl high build stuff, and this worked so quickly and easily, and obviously took no extra cost in my time and emulsions. So this particular one isn't ink, but it's basically a simulation of what you could do if you had the skills to do high build printing. The next one is from Eldona, and they said, does vinyl ever withstand like screen printing? So I think they mean, is it as durable as screen print? And I think maybe back in the day, maybe even 10 years ago, I would say no. Because most of the time it was actually just printed literal vinyl sheet, and there's wear and tear going on there. It doesn't feel as nice, but now transfers and vinyl have come on such a long way, like screen printing inks, that I think this in particular withstands just as well as screen print, especially if you're trying to get something like high build screen printing, which can be quite difficult to cure properly and get to adhere onto different fabrics, like this really quite coarse fabric here, which might help it or might hinder it, I'm not quite sure. We've actually printed this in June of this year. When we went to visit them, you can physically see the exact time when I peeled the transfer sheet off it. It's still withstood really well, and I wear this almost every single weekend. I've worn it to festivals because I wear it when I'm on my market stall, and you can come and see me on the market stall, buy some Blind Maggot merch off me, and I'll pretty much definitely be wearing this, especially in winter. And I wash the hell out of it because I'm messy and I get crap all over it all the time. So I think vinyl can now withstand as much washes, abrasion, all that type of thing as screen printing, especially if it's something like this. I was really cautious of it as well. In the video you can see me kind of umming and ahhing whether this is going to hold, especially this lightning bolt detail here. You can obviously get even finer with this with screen printing, and someone like Harley Molds on Instagram, he does amazing stuff with high build printing. I think he could probably do better, but I'm still learning my craft with high build printing, but I'm pretty sure the vinyl's doing a really good job up to this point. Our third question is from Inspiration, and they said, did you wash it a few times to see how it holds, or dry clean only? In our household, everything goes on a really hot wash regardless of what it is, and we also tumble dry it. So I've washed this many times all the way since June, and we're going to be in around December at this point, so it's withholding a lot. And I actually didn't, in the back of my head, I didn't expect it to be this good. I don't think I could even pick it off, maybe if I really went for it. But anyway, I'm not going to pick it off. I think it's withstood really well, and I don't think you have to dry clean only. But if I'm sending this out to customers, which I haven't yet, I'd always err on the side of caution and say turn inside out, don't iron on the print, wash at 30 degrees, all that type of thing, just to be on the safe side. And washing with any aggressive detergents or like stain removers or anything like that, I would probably avoid. So for you and me every day, don't worry about it. But if you're telling customers, always guide them to cold washes, just to make sure and save yourself a little bit of aggro if they boil it on a 90 degree and then tumble dry, for example. Our final question about this, because we got tens and tens of questions about this, was from Skate or Kai, which is, I really love your handle. And they've said, where did you get that thick iron-on vinyl from? I wouldn't actually iron this on, but I think he's just meaning this. Again, we got it from Target Transfers, because they're the biggest UK supplier, as far as I know, of all the presses and all the vinyls, and they even make the custom transfers as well. So if you're into garment decoration at all, you would have heard of Target Transfers, and they've given us the discount code, which is Squeegee at checkout, and you can use that across the whole website just to get a little bit off your transfers and your presses. And that really does mount up if you are investing in a good press from them. It takes a nice chunk off for you, which means that you can get some more transfers and, you know, hopefully get into making some profit on your garment decoration that little bit quicker. I think I've talked about this enough, but it is my absolute favorite print that I've ever done, and I can't wait to print some more. Thanks, and leave any comments on any experience you've got with 3D high build vinyl, and let me see the results as well, because I want to see what other cool stuff that I haven't thought of doing with this vinyl that I could possibly try out in my own studio. Okay, thanks guys.